Yeah, there absolutely are a lot of challenges here in the US specifically around crypto. I think that's what Sue was mentioning. You're seeing market makers like Jump and Jane Street either exit the crypto market in the US or move their operations offshore. There is a big regulatory crackdown here in the US. Abroad, there's a different story. There's a great deal of regulatory progress in Europe, a great deal of regulatory progress in the Middle East, in Hong Kong, and in Singapore. And that's part of what's keeping the crypto market afloat. But for sure, we're in a challenging period. Now, I think we will eventually exit this period with new rules, with clearer regulations, and that will contribute to this multi-year bull market that I'm talking about. But we have to go through this difficult period first before we get to the other side.
QE era, the Fed has created what I call liquidity climate change. So these series of storms that have resulted from the end of asset purchase programs. And with the pandemic, the Treasury's gotten heavily involved in this as well, these various liquidity surges and then reversals. So if you just think back through 2021, when Janet Yellen got her spot at the Treasury, there was $1.7 trillion in their checking account at the Fed called the Treasury General Account. The Fed, through the course of 2021, injected $1.5 trillion into the system through their purchases of treasuries and mortgages. But the Treasury actually injected more than that in a shorter period of time from February through September. They cut issuance, drained that balance in the account all the way down to $50 billion from $1.7 trillion. That injected more money into the economy than the Fed did. And of course, we know what happened in 2021. Speculative areas of the markets took off, and bonds yields got pushed way below where they should have, even as inflation was picking up. Well, in early 2022, the Treasury rebuilt that balance from $50 billion to $900 billion in the first 4 months of the year. And that's really what kicked off the 2022 correction. So here we are again with the Treasury balance down to $49 billion as of last night. And they're going to increase issuance once the deal is done. The real big debate in the market is who buys all the Treasury bills. You know, you were talking about the yield curve a little bit earlier. If that money comes out of the banking system, which has been the case thus far, since that liquidity drain from the Treasury began and the Fed ended QE and then began QT, bank reserves have dropped from $4.3 trillion down to $3.2 trillion. The lowest comfortable level that I hear most insider and experts think is about 2.7. At that point, which we could easily reach this fall, whether money market funds buy all this Treasury bill issuance or the banking system winds up buying it in essence, the Fed could have to stop QT. If the Fed were to stop QT with rates, with them determined to keep rates where they are, that 70 basis point inverted 2s10s curve you discussed earlier will stay deeply inverted, and that will put more pressure on the banking system. So all these storms that have been created by, large scale asset purchases and all the reserves that were created, and now the Treasury, just with this volatility in their checking account at the Fed, the TJA, has created this instability in the banking system that I just don't think is over. So
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have Bitwise Matt Hogan talking about the challenges of regulation inside the United States. And guys, we know the United States is behind on purpose. Remember, they want the emerging markets to rise. Remember, we're in a fragmented world. They need to break the legacy market up before the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And that's the bull market he's talking about. Because we know the next bull run is going to be a utility run. And guys, we know the NWO causes a problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. We had the C word, which enabled them to print all this money so people could sit at home, which caused all this inflation. Then guess what? Then they had to raise the rates to fight the inflation, which caused the banking crisis and is causing layoffs. And once we get this debt ceiling signed, it's going to be even more layoffs. And we know now they're pushing AI and the machines. And we know the people are going to eventually catch on and react. Where is my job at? And the NWO is going to bring in their solution. Oh no, you could sit at home and go inside the metaverse and we're going to airdrop you this free money. But little do the people know it's programmable, telling you what, where, and when and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And we know blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. And we know the NWO can pull off event after event because they use the Hegelian dialectic. They are the master magicians. And when you look at the debt ceiling, it could have been extended last year. But they wanted to use this as drama, like I told you last year. Remember, they are buying time for the 4th Industrial Revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
I thought we made progress last night. We have to make more progress now. I've already met with Garrett this morning. We met to doing a bike ride this morning. Never wanted to stop the amount of spending that they're going. They want to just keep adding and adding and adding. I do not think it's right that you borrow money from China to pay people to stay home that are able-bodied with no dependents on the couch. That is not the American way. That is not what we believe. And I'm going to work as hard as we can to try to get this done, to get more progress today and finish the job. I'm a total optimist. Look, think about how we started this whole point. I sat with the president on February 1st. You want to know if I'm an optimist or not? He said he wouldn't even meet with me. We wouldn't even negotiate. It took us 97 days till we even could start. It took us another 2 weeks till we ever could get into the room. But now we've got a short time frame. We're going to work hard to make sure we get this done.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.